And these are teams with nearly identical goals against averages. The Mocs average giving up just 8.9 goals a game. And the Spartans average giving up, you might as well round it up and say 8.5 goals per game. Florida Southern all in red, as you see, going from left to right. And not surprisingly, a great number of their fans here to watch this game in person at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the beautiful University of Tampa campus. As that's Abby McFerrin with the pass over. And now it's in the stick of Colby Cohen. And back to McFerrin once again. Pass over to the far side of the field. And now Guerin sends it into the corner. And there's a move to get inside, and a shot coming, they score! That's Gianna Murphy and the Mocs, 4 minutes, 23 seconds into the game, get on the scoreboard. As Gianna Murphy cuts the deficit to 2-1.
Number 18.
Gianna Murphy, second on the team in points. Well, it's leader in goals. 66 goals, 90 points in 20 games. Metro today. The Mocs, they really have to have a chip on their shoulder. Going into this game with an 18-2 one-loss record, both losses at the hands of these Spartans, as I mentioned before. Happening here in Tampa. They met here a few weeks ago on Sunday, April 27, for the Sunshine State Conference Tournament Championship. And Tampa won that game by a score of 15-13. They had also played here on the 26th of March, and the Spartans registered a 12-8 victory that day. And now you see the Spartans more in possession, ball going back the other way as the Mocs looked across midfield. There's a pass that connects Gabriella Connolly. Connolly makes her way across the Tampa line. Pass to Hale. Hale chased into the corner by Delaney Starr. Cohen up top. And the Mocs work the perimeter. Into the far corner it goes. And a nice little spin move there, and unable to get in for a shot. Sends it into the corner. Nice job by the Mocs getting in front. Nice job with the stop by Savvy Barbosa. Good quality look at the net and a good quality save. Savvy Barbosa, another player who picked up 3 honors. She was first team All-South region. She was first team All-Sunshine State Conference, and Barbosa was the Sunshine State Conference Goalkeeper of the Year. And her teammates with the ball at the other end of the field. McGarvey taking it behind the net. McGarvey looking for an open teammate. 1-goal lead with the first possession of the second quarter. And do we have a call here against Florida Southern? It's actually against the Spartans. I saw a Florida Southern player look extremely frustrated
to Grace Lichtenberger of the University
to the
of Tampa.
tune of slamming her stick into the turf. And in fact, it's Grace Lichtenberger with a 2-minute yellow card for the Spartans. So Abby McFerrin waiting for the official's whistle to restart as the Mocs will go to work with the extra player. Pass inside, and no shot available as they work it back up top. Down to the corner it goes in the middle, and a play by Lexi Waters had temporarily caused a ground ball. Now she does get it, and Waters, nice defensive play there, and that will help tremendously as the Spartans work on killing off that 2-minute yellow card against Lichtenberger, which is down to 1:13. And now the Spartans with it. That's Mary-Kate Person. Person in no hurry as Tampa will use as much of this clock as they can. Person looking to her left. Looked like she was looking for an open teammate. There was nobody there. Kept it and still has it. Now the pass for Risk. Sophie turns the corner. She's bumped. Changes hands now back to her left. Risk heads inside. Has it knocked free from her stick. And hold on, the official says. And there's a call being made by the official in the far corner. Just when it looked like the Mocs were going to take over and go back the other way, possession stays with the Spartans. And Sophie Risk will restart, and there's still 39 seconds on the shot clock for Tampa. And there's 2-1. They have successfully killed off the Lichtenberger penalty, and they score! That's Kaylee Van Vladrick in. And how about that for putting an exclamation point on killing off the penalty? Van Vladriken takes the pass from Risk, puts it in behind Weber, and we have a 5-5 tie, 2 minutes, 32 seconds into the second quarter. So an interesting turn of events. Keep in mind that the Mocs thought that they had gotten the turnover and we're going to head the other way. So a big turn of events. So another name gets into the goal column for the Spartans. Van Vladriken had 13 goals in 18 games coming into today and gets a very important tally here as there's a loose ball and now picked up by the Mocs, and heavy traffic going down to the field was Gabriella Connolly. She was waiting for a call from the officials and finally just got back up and continued play. As Florida Southern gets a pass downfield across the Tampa line. That's Murphy. Vetter over for Cohen. To the corner it goes. That's Moshe. Moshe checked. The defender goes down. The official, the flag came out. They score. Anna Hale. And the Mocs grab the 1-goal lead right back. 3 minutes, 23 seconds into the second quarter, as Hale took the pass from Moshe. The finish after there was going to be a call against Tampa, negated, of course, as a result of the score. So Schillick will now go out for the draw against Maria Reeves. And to update you, draw controls are 7-5 in favor of Florida Southern to this point. Florida Southern playing a tremendous road game. One area they probably stand to clean up just a little bit is turnovers. They've committed 4 to just 2 by the Spartans. And Reeves with a pass over. And her team brings it across the Tampa line again. There's a pass that's just pulled down by McFerrin. Waits for personnel changes to be complete. They are. And now a pass over for Murphy. Murphy trying to go one-on-one against Grace Gilmore. Gilmore giving chase. There's a pass, they get inside, and in front, too much traffic. And Cohen had to back out, and Waters almost knocked that one free to the tune of a turnover. But the Mocs able to keep possession. Good pressure there by Person. And the Mocs get a pass in front and a shot that goes high and out of play by Abby McFerrin. A little spin move by Murphy, and a flag comes out, and we'll have a call here against the Spartans. And let's see what the penalty is here. This comes 4 minutes, 28 seconds into the second quarter.
2-minute penalty.
And it's going to be
number 20.
a 2-minute penalty
Avila.
against Isabella Avila. And so a free position attempt here for Gianna Murphy. One-on-one against Savvy Barbosa. Chance to extend her team's lead to 2. And waiting for the official's whistle. And now they're not quite set as the official on the far side of the field now gives the okay. And no shot taken as up top it goes to Vetter. To this side it comes. And right back to Vetter. Guerin, pass over. Nifty footwork there by Murphy to the far side, now in the corner. And a whistle. .125 to go in the Spartans penalty. That's McFerrin on the far side. Sends it into the corner. Gilmore shuts down anything they were going to try in front. They get it right in front. A backhand shot and a goal. A backhand shot by Grace Curtin. And the Mocs with the 7-5 lead, 5:25 into the second quarter. So they capitalize on the penalty against Avila. Guerin with the assist on the Curtin goal. And so Person goes out to take the draw for Tampa against Maria Reeves. Last time the Spartans had gotten a penalty, they killed it off and then scored right as the penalty expired. This time not as fortunate. And they will need to bounce back. And the ball is out. Person chases it down. Teammate is there to help and gets it. So Tampa in control. And here goes Markowski. Markowski being chased on the far side by 2 Mocs players. And now it's Gilmore. Grace Gilmore crossing the Mocs line. Gilmore has room. Turns towards the corner and now sends a pass behind the net. That's Person up top. Markowski looking for room, turns the corner, is bumped. Markowski wanted the slot, and a nice job by Florida Southern to shut that down. Peyton Howell on the move now. Person eyes up the defender, gets past her. Person inside and can't get the shot away. Risk in front, loose ball, and a whistle stopping play. 29 on the shot clock for the Spartans. Peyton Howell talking to the official. And speaking of players that Kelly Gallagher would probably choose if she was given the choice for a free position attempt, this is certainly one of them, as Sophie Risk can usually score from way out there. Breaks in this time, shoots, and it goes wide, not a play. Risk goes down to the field and slowly picks herself back up. And Sophie Risk is going to get a second chance. One-on-one against Chloe Weber, the goalkeeper for the Mocs. Risk in, shoots, scores, and goes down again. And is she hurt, or is she excited because she slammed her hand into the turf several times, and Sophie Risk is in trouble. And this is not good for the Spartans as she's down, and someone from Tampa immediately out there to look after her. And Risk, who I mentioned is playing with that brace that goes from her thigh all the way down to her ankle. She is a gamer, but we'll have to see how that goes as she's helped up and does require some assistance in getting off. Fans giving her a hand, but we will have to keep a close eye on the Spartan sideline to see what this means for Tampa in the form of the services of Sophie Risk. Tremendous lacrosse player.
Unassisted by number 40,
and she will be
Sophie
missed
Risk.
for whatever period of time she is out as this game continues along.
7-6.
The goal comes with 8:19 remaining here in the second quarter. So Risk gets the second chance at a free position attempt and is successful against Chloe Weber. And so now Maria Reeves out there for the Mocs to take this draw against Mary Kate Person. The final home game of the year for the Spartans, even if they win, as that's controlled by the Mocs. And a pass up ahead that is off the target was intended for Danielle Moshe, and so the Spartans started up. Erin McLaughlin on the run. And a whistle by the official on the far side of the field. And the Spartans fans voicing their pleasure as there's a 1-minute green card being issued to Danielle Moshe of the Mocs.
A 1-minute green card has been issued to Florida Southern's number 7,
right below us.
Danielle Moshe.
Mary-Kate Person ready to put it back into play, and does. Person gets around 2 Mocs players. Slows it, drops it off for Howell. Sato back to Howell. Howell with a little head fake, gets inside, bounce shot, scores! Peyton Howell ties it up 7-7 with 7:41 to go here in the first half. And they take advantage of the 1-minute green card that had been called against Danielle Moshe.
University of Tampa goal scored by number 12, Peyton Howell.
Peyton Howell gets her 2nd goal of the game. This is how these games go between the Spartans and the Mocs, usually separated by a goal or 2 or tied, and back and forth they go as we wait another draw at midfield between Reeves and Maddie Schillick. And this time very close by is Peyton Howell for the Spartans and Braden Kennelly for Florida Southern. And they're looking to the far side. The official that is going to handle the draw is looking to the far side of the field. So there's something happening there that she's waiting for before she even leans in to set the ball with the 2 participants in this draw. And there's an official that's all the way on the far side talking to the Spartans sideline. If you can't see her, that's who I'm referring to. And now she has moved off of that conversation, and so the official at midfield placing the ball for this draw finally. Howell on the move now, as is Kennelly, and seeing some movement on the other side of the face-off circle as well. Ball is out, and it's pulled down by Reeves. And Reeves leaving a pass for Lucas. And that one's missed, and that'll be picked up by the Spartans. Lichtenberger. Lichtenberger was bumped. The official did not like that and pulls out a green card. So we're going to have another call here against Florida Southern. This is going to be against Audrey Kennelly, a 1-minute green card. And so a big turn of events here. The Spartans with an opportunity to really grab some momentum. They trailed 7-5, have tied it at 7, and now 1-minute opportunity with an extra player as Person gets through to Mocs. Was there a whistle? No, play carries on. Down low it goes and in behind the net. That's Josie Bullock for the Spartans, a freshman from up in Saratoga, New York, big lacrosse area. Pass connects, and Schillick unable to get the shot away. Carries on, into the corner it goes. It's Van Vladriken. And here comes an opportunity, a long shot, scores! Mary-Kate Person doing her best Sophie Risk impersonation, sending that one from way outside past Chloe Weber, and the Spartans have gone from being down 7-5 to leading 8-7 with 6:50 remaining in the first half. And they once again take advantage of a call against the Mocs. And is the tide turning here? Exciting moments if you're a Spartans fan, and anxious moments if you're rooting for the Mocs. And so Florida Southern is going to change goaltenders, and out goes Chloe Weber.
Now in a goal, number 31,
and taking over is Rebecca Bargeron. So head coach Kara Reber trying to do something to stem the tide here. And let's see if the goalie change shakes up the Mocs enough. to stop this run by Tampa. Ball is out. Schillick looked like she was going to pull it down for Tampa, and the official here initially pointed for Mock's ball and now changes the ruling and gives it to the Spartans. That is Maddie Schillick. Turns the corner, trying to get around Kennelly. Up top, Van Vladriken for Person. Behind the net goes Bullock. Bullock bumping, gets in front, low shot, backhander, and the Mocs stop that one, and Bergeron covers it up. Sophie Risk is standing on the Spartans sideline, not being attended by a trainer. So we'll continue to keep an eye on her and see if there's a chance of her returning to this game. You'd like to have some optimism that she's not on a training table. And there's a 1-minute call against Erin McLaughlin of the Spartans. And so with 5:36 remaining here in the second quarter, the door swings open for the Mocs. And a chance to tie up the game as it's in the stick of Vetter. Over it comes for Murphy, back to Vetter. Good passing, and then just pulled down by Guerin. Pass into the corner. Curtin, the pass up top. Now they try the other side of the field, back up top again for Vetter. Playing catch there as they opt to go in the corner this time. $18 on the call against McLaughlin. Pass in front, and Barbosa may have gotten a piece of that one, and they call a crease violation. So a tough break there. Abby McFerrin with a valiant effort, and it goes for naught as Barbosa sends it over for Grace Gilmore. And watch the wheels on Gilmore. We've seen her go, and here she is crossing midfield. Gilmore crosses the Florida Southern line. Dropping it back. That's McGarvey. Pass over for Sato. To the far corner it goes. And now back up top. Person has some room. Tries to fight past the defender, can't. Peyton Howell, heavy traffic. This is Kaylin Mant, and the stick gets up. And the freshman from Littleton, Colorado, 5'3", Kaylin Mant. An opportunity here in a huge, huge game. NCAA quarterfinals, Kelly Gallagher puts her in. She's got a free position attempt here against Bergeron, who has taken over in goal. Takes a bounce shot and scores! Kaylin Mant is mobbed by her teammates, as that's going to be one that'll go on her personal highlight reel. Kaylin Mant celebrates with her teammates as her team increases its lead to 9-7. And it bears repeating that at one point in this game, Florida Southern had themselves a 7-5 lead. So the Spartans have answered with 4 consecutive goals. It was 5-5. The Spartans had tied it up after falling behind 5-4. And then it was 6-5, 7-5, and now 4 straight goals by the Spartans for this 9-7 lead. with 3:48 remaining in the first half. Reeves and Person toe-to-toe once again. Draw controls are 10-7 in favor of the Mocs to this point. And the Spartans have it as Howell gets a pass up ahead to Person. Bullock calling for it, gets it. Pass to Sato. Markowski, oh, there's a shot by Mant. Wide out of play. Possession stays with the Spartans. Quickly on the restart, here's Person. Over for Howell, has some room, shoots and scores! Peyton Howell, a quick release, and gets it over the right shoulder of Rebecca Bargeron. And the Spartans, another goal on this run. Five straight goals, and they lead 10-7 with 3:02 remaining in the second quarter. Mary Kate Person gets the assist on the Howell goal. And Peyton Howell and Mary Kate Person, 3 goals each, 60% of the Spartans' offense. And I was about to say that for Kara Reber, changing goaltenders not doing the trick, and now she can do nothing but call timeout, and does. So we will take a timeout as well. You're watching NCAA quarterfinal lacrosse on TampaSpartans.tv. Back live with 3:02 to go in the second quarter. I'm Bruce Wozniak. Glad you could spend your Saturday with us here in West Central Florida, the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the beautiful University of Tampa campus. And a sun-splashed Saturday afternoon. We are officially on the other side of 12 o'clock and 90 degrees. And the temperature is going to continue to increase, which is why they had moved this game from 3 p.m. to 11 a.m. And for Spartans fans, some encouragement. During that break, we were looking at Sophie Risk over on the sidelines, and very likely to return to this game from all that we can tell. As this is Grace Gilmore with it for Tampa right now. And it could be that Kelly Gallagher may just be erring on the side of better safe than sorry while her team is on this offensive run. And with only 2:20 remaining in the first half, there's a chance that she might just want Sophie to get through halftime and bring her back in the third quarter. Give her just that little bit of extra time, and the trainers, any final conditioning they want to do with her, any sort of treatment, I should say. There's a shot and a goal, and the Spartans continue to pour it on. Maddie Schillick makes it 11-7 with 2 minutes to go here in the first half. And it is unraveling for the Mocs. They try a goaltending change, they try a timeout, and just cannot stop this Spartans offense. As Maddie Schillick, the latest to join the scoring parade.
University of Tampa goal scored by number 15, Molly Shapiro.
7 different players.
To Kaylin Matz. The score now, the University of Tampa 11, Florida Southern College 7.
So,
Correction.
So Schillick
Maddie Schillick with the goal, number 50. Maddie Schillick with
scores
the
the Spartans' 6th straight goal. I don't mean to keep harping on it, but Florida Southern had really seemed like they were grabbing some momentum in this game. It was 2-0 Spartans, 2-1, 3-1, and the Mocs crawl back to tie it at 3. The Spartans regain the lead at 4-3, and the Mocs score 2 straight to make it 5-4. It's 5-5, it's 6-5, it's 7-5, and ever since then, just all Spartans. And I remember making the comment that Florida Southern was playing a tremendous road game, and suddenly things have gone off the rails for them. As you see the Spartans in possession yet again. And how about the scoring percentage? The Spartans have scored on 11 of 13 shots. And it's going from bad to worse, as there's now a yellow card against Florida Southern, a 2-minute call against Julia Lucas.
Florida Southern's number 17, Julia Lucas.
And Kara Reber, the head coach of Florida Southern, is going to have to really rally the troops at halftime, as the team that comes out on the wrong end of this game, the season will end. And for the winner, an opportunity to punch their ticket to Salem, Virginia. And there's a shot and a goal, and the Spartans score again. I believe that's Mary-Kate Person. If so, that is her 4th goal of the game. An unassisted goal. So very quickly after the yellow card, the Spartans make it 12-7. The winner of this game will go on to the NCAA semifinals. Unofficially, I'm going to say that that's Thursday, May 22nd, with the championship game a week from today, the 24th, at Kerr Stadium in Salem, Virginia. The Spartans, of course, are the defending national champions. And now on the draw, the Spartans control another one. And Peyton Howell hit from behind as the Mocs were trying to go for possession. And I believe that's a green card that's being pulled out by the official. So another call will go against Florida Southern here. And this is going to be a 1-minute call against Julia Lucas. Green card with 1:11 remaining in the first half, and a chance for the Spartans to really go for the jugular, as Mary-Kate Person is waiting for the go-ahead from the official for the restart, and the official on the far side of the field, who's just barely in play, is holding her hand up, not ready for the game to resume at this moment. Person anxious to get off and running, as the field is definitely tilted downhill in the Spartans' favor towards goalkeeper Rebecca Bargeron, who had come on in relief of the starter Chloe Weber, who allowed 8 goals on 9 shots. And Bargeron has allowed 4 goals on 5 shots since taking over 5 minutes 39 seconds ago, lacrosse-wise. They do not have the call against Lucas up on the scoreboard here in the stadium. And it looks as though at least two of the officials I see now both looking in that direction, so perhaps this is a scoreboard issue. And unfortunately, you can see the body language of the Spartans, frustrated, not wanting to stand around like this. What with the momentum they've built up. The draw controls, incidentally, are extremely close at this point. 11 for the Mocs and 10 for the Spartans. And the turnovers, as I mentioned before, have become a problem for Florida Southern. 7 turnovers to this point to just 2 for the Spartans. I remember commenting on it when the Mocs had committed 4 and the Spartans had 2 at that point. So nothing has changed for Tampa since then, but the Mocs have committed 3 more. As you see play finally getting back underway. 1 minute to go here in the first half. And now it goes behind the net. Bullock. Pass for Person. A pass over for Lichtenberger. And now this is Howell. Hayden Howell, and it's knocked free. A nice job there to cause the turnover by Charlie Lay. And Florida Southern should get the last shot of the first half, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Although pressure here by the Spartans. Nice job there by Kaylin Mant. And now the Mocs not only cross midfield, but gain the Spartans line. 15 seconds left. Murphy misses, and it rolls into the net. And that will count. Or will it? Let's see. The official on the far side is not going to let the goal stand. And so the clock will expire. And so the Mocs thought they were going to pick up, if you don't mind my saying, a garbage goal. They'll take them any way they can get it at this point, but can't even get that to go their way. And so an important halftime here for head coach Kara Reber and her Florida Southern Mocs, as they have watched a 7-5 lead turn into a 12-7 deficit. It's NCAA quarterfinal women's lacrosse. We'll be back with the second half of it after this halftime break on TampaSpartans.tv.
Eventually, but we had to struggle.
And we could be together, baby. As long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in the summer.
Fans, you can now access the official NCAA digital game program on your the Wild Wings, Buick, Geico, Great Clips, Home Depot.
Ready to start the second half here at the NCAA quarterfinals in Tampa. I'm Bruce Wozniak calling the action for you here between the Tampa Spartans and the Florida Southern Mocs. Two teams that, as I mentioned early in the broadcast, have faced each other twice already this season. The Mocs came in today with an 18-2 one-loss record, and both defeats were at the hands of the Spartans. 12-8 here on this field back on March 26th, and then in the Sunshine State Conference Championship game a few weeks ago on April 27, that was a 15-13 win by Tampa. The Spartans came into today on an 8-game winning streak with an 18-1 one-loss record and have built themselves a 12-7 lead on the strength of a huge second quarter. It was 5-4 Mocs at the end of one, and then in the second quarter, Tampa outscored them 8-2 for this 12-7 lead. During the halftime break, they were warming up Chloe Weber, who had started the game in goal for Florida Southern, before giving way to Rebecca Bargeron. But as we get set to start this third quarter, it is Bargeron who is still in the Mocs goal. We've also been continuing to watch Sophie Risk to see if she returns to the field for the Spartans. We were looking at the replay during the halftime break of the injury on the goal where she had scored on a free position attempt and looked like she got tangled up in the feet of a couple of players that had all obviously, as those situations go, converged on the net. And immediate distress that we saw from Risk as soon as she hit the field. And clearly it was that leg of hers that I had mentioned has the wrap, the brace from her thigh down to her ankle, but looks on the far sideline that we should not be surprised if she comes back into this game. Shots on goal to this point are 14-8 in favor of the Spartans, and draw controls are 11-10 in favor of the Mocs. And it's going to be Mary Kate Person on the draw for the Spartans to start the second half. And likely Maria Reeves for the Mocs, as she has done most, if not all, of the draws for Florida Southern to this point. And they are not even going to do the draw. They awarded possession to the Spartans. As you see Mary-Kate Person switch her stick there. The official had immediately signaled possession to Tampa. And so Person just awaiting the go-ahead now. And the temperature remains at 90 degrees and is expected to still increase as the afternoon goes along here in West Central Florida. A couple of the officials talking on the far side, right near Grace Gilmore of the Spartans. Gilmore, another player with some honors. She was second team All-South Region this year and was also second team All-Sunshine State Conference as her team successfully defended their Sunshine State Conference championship title. And now we're ready to resume, and the second half is officially underway. That is Gilmore. Gilmore gets across the Mox line, pass over to Christina Sato, and immediately a whistle. And the Mox picking up where they left off, another green card being called. This one of the 1 minute variety against Hannah Hale. And the door wide open for the Spartans here if they can continue their momentum from the first half. And going back to work offensively against goaltender Rebecca Bargeron, the junior from Harriman, Utah. And here goes Tampa offensively as Mant, the pass to Bullock. Now behind the net it goes to Howell. And Person has to pull that one in. Mant once again. Sato with a pass. Bullock didn't have the angle, gives it to Markowski. And Mant once again goes to the other side to Person in front. The pass missed Markowski. It's loose. Bullock thought she had it. Two of them chase it down, and the Mox come out of the pack with it. And they'll play it back to Bargeron as there's just 20 seconds remaining. And the call against Hannah Hale. And some trouble there for the Mox. They turn it over. Do they? And now Person goes down to the field. I think she was expecting a whistle from the official, but they let them play on. And so now the Mox cross the Tampa line. And there is the expiration of the call against Hale. And Florida Southern needs to get to work here. And that's Murphy. Gianna Murphy looking for either a teammate or a lane, has neither. Tries to take it herself in the slot, gets a shot away and scores. Gianna Murphy did not give up. And Murphy gets her third goal of the game. That one's unassisted. And the Mox finally get back on the scoreboard. It's 12-8, 1 minute 33 seconds into the third quarter. As you see the finish there by Murphy. Couldn't find an open teammate, didn't like the lane she had, and took it right down the slot and beats Savvy Barbosa. Ending the run, Spartans had scored 7 consecutive goals. And so now we'll have the draw at midfield. Mary-Kate Person for Tampa once again, opposing Maria Reeves. Official not quite set. Now she's happy. Steps aside, ball's out, and picked up by the Mox. Kennelly pushes it up ahead. Hale And McFerrin goes down. Abby McFerrin slow in getting up, as it looks like we're going to have a call here against Lexi Waters. Yellow card coming 1 minute, 49 seconds in. So a 2-minute call against Lexi Waters. And at the same time, a free position attempt for Abby McFerrin. Let's see if she can shake off that collision. And she looked to be a little slow in getting up. McFerrin is ready, waiting for the official's whistle. There it is. McFerrin spins, shoots, and Savvy Barbosa makes the save. A nice move there by McFerrin. Froze 2 defenders and then spun, took the shot, and Barbosa closes the door for the Spartans as Gilmore, looking for a little help, sends it over to this side of the field to Erin McLaughlin. McLaughlin weaving her way through traffic, gets the pass away. On the run is Van Vladriken on the far side of the field. It's back to Howell. Peyton Howell has 3 goals in this game. Mary Kate Person, that's her with it. Back to Howell. Person has 4. And this is Schillick over from Van Vladriken. Had it knocked from her stick, and the official right there to blow the whistle. Still plenty of time on the shot clock for U Tampa, 37 to be exact. And Vladriken has it knocked from her stick, and do they cause a turnover? The Spartans get in there. Oh, and a big collision there. And that one, that's going to leave a mark, as they say. And no call will be made. And so the Spartans do have possession, and a couple of the officials coming together now before they restart.
Come on, guys.
Mary Kate Person has it in her stick and waiting for play to resume, but the 3 officials with a discussion very nearby to Mary Kate Person. And they're satisfied with the conversation as a little bit of shade comes across the field. And now they resume, and that's Van Vladriken over for Schillick to Howell. Howell with a pass. Looking for some room was Lichtenberger. Lichtenberger being chased. Can't find an open teammate, carries on. And Lichtenberger, big pressure on her. And a pass into the corner from Mant, and it goes out of play. And the official on the far side of the field says that is U Tampa ball. Florida Southern thought it was turned over, but Kaylin Mant will put it back into play for the home team, and does for Schillick. And Bullock threw that one away, and this time it will be turned over. And so the Mocs, Bargeron, their goalkeeper, up ahead for Kennelly. Lucas, the pass to midfield, and ahead it goes across the Tampa line. That's Vetter. Vetter does have a goal and an assist in this game. And now a whistle. And Sophie Risk has re-entered the game for the Spartans. Great news if you are a U Tampa fan, as Sophie Risk has just come in 4 minutes, 52 seconds into this third quarter. She is at the other end of the field. In the meantime, her teammate Lexi Waters with the ball. Lays it back. Pass across the field. Connects. And off to the races goes McLaughlin. Good burst of speed by Erin McLaughlin and a pass up ahead. Spinning on the far side, it goes back for Van Vladriken. And here's Schillick bumped. Schillick, and down she goes. She's favoring her protective eyewear. And the stick may have come up on Maddie Schillick as the clock stops with 9:25 remaining in the third quarter. And we're going to have a 2-minute yellow card called against Charlie Lay of Florida Southern.
A 2-minute yellow card has been issued.
And
to
so
Florida
the Spartans,
Southern's number 28,
with their 4-goal
Charlie
lead,
Lay.
and a chance now with the extra player to try to restore what was a 5-goal lead. It's a pass that misses, it's loose, and the Spartans thought they'd come up with it. Lichtenberger, and the official on the near side does say that possession stays with the Spartans. Person over for Howell. Schillick back to Howell. Looked like she was actually going to shoot. Gets it to Lichtenberger. Back for Howell again. Howell looking for something inside, nothing there. Back to Person. Plenty of time on the shot clock still, and 1:17 in the call against the Mocs. Van Vladriken passing, now another check from behind. Howell went down to the field. And so with 1:11 remaining in the call against Charlie Lay of the Mocs, a free position attempt here for the Spartans. One-on-one against Bargeron, and that one goes out of play. Shot by Howell. Possession does stay with the Spartans, though, and this is risk. Sophie sends it up into the middle. It goes in front, and a shot, a great look at the net by Lichtenberger, but it went wide and out of play. 20 on the shot clock for the Spartans now. And trying to go one-on-one with Schillick. Opts instead for Person. 12 on the shot clock. That is 12. Howell, they need to get a shot away, do the Spartans. Van Vladriken. And Howell knows that time is running out and takes a shot. Bargeron with the save. The shot clock resets, but of course Bargeron's going to settle that one. And 23 left in the call against Charlie Lay as the Mocs get it up ahead across midfield. Hannah Watson had it knocked from her stick and then picked it back up. And Vetter sends it over to the other side. Murphy, Gianna Murphy on the move. Pass down low, pulled down by Watson. And there's a pass that misses, and the Spartans are going to pick that one up as Mant sends a pass ahead. And now some one-on-one play on the far side as the Mocs come up with it and quickly try to go back the other way. Watson on the run again. Her pass now, that's Hale. Hale being chased by Delaney Starr. Here's Murphy. Murphy tries to get around Grace Gilmore and now gets a step on her, goes down. Ball is loose, picked up by the Mocs. And Danielle Moshe is interfered with, and the official stopping play. Moshe with a free position attempt here against Barbosa. Her team trailing by 4. They've scored the only goal of this quarter thus far, after there were a combined total of 10 in the second quarter. Passes and no shot taken. It's on the ground. Watson picks it right back up behind the Spartans net. It goes. Murphy gets around Gilmore, and sliding over was another Spartan defender, and then Gilmore regained her position in front, and the shot and the ball didn't go with it on the follow through, and the Spartans able to pick it up, and Barbosa will give it to Lexi Waters. Here goes McLaughlin. Erin McLaughlin on the run. Has plenty of open real estate. McLaughlin on the run, and down goes the defender. Play carries on. The Spartans fans cheering the effort by Erin McLaughlin. There's a pass over for Mant. She has a goal in this game. Howell leaving it, gets it right back. Mant, a little spin move, turns the corner. And that's Sato. Pass up for Person. Person, 4 goals and 1 assist in this game. To the corner goes to Christina Sato, behind the net. Pass in front is intended for Sophie Risk, and the Mocs take it away. There's a pass that connects with Stokey, and the Spartans, another caused turnover. And here's Person on the run.
Go left.
Person tries to cut to the net, and a nice job by the Mocs to close off the lane. And Person being closely defended there. Up top it goes to Howell, and to the other side. Person with it. Puts her shoulder down, can't get inside, and sends a pass over for Peyton Howell, but a whistle had stopped play already. Never mind, the pass not connecting. Whistle restarts play. Mant has a little bit of room, goes behind the net with it to Sato, and the official with the whistle back there. It says, please don't continue. I want this to formally restart. And so Sato on the line, and now they resume. Pass in front was intended for Mant, didn't connect. And Florida Southern starts out of their own end. Brooke Kesey on the run. She's chased down by Sia Markowski. And the Mocs get a pass into the middle, but the Spartans have that all closed off. In the corner with it is McFerrin. Up top, Vetter. Over to Murphy. She's working from that side of the field almost exclusively. Murphy chased by Gilmore. Those two have been head-to-head throughout much of this game. Up top for McFerrin. McFerrin takes a long shot, and it goes wide and out of play. Possession stays with Florida Southern, still 38 on the shot clock for them. 2:46 to go in the third quarter. With the track record that Florida Southern has, and despite that run of 7 consecutive goals by the Spartans, and adding in that Florida Southern has the only goal of this quarter, you just never count them out. You just don't feel like they're out of this game. And the Spartans know it. There's a pass. Barbosa tipped it, and the Spartans come out of the pack with it. And McLaughlin is going to go off to the races once again. Erin McLaughlin, using that speed of hers, crosses the Mocs line. McLaughlin races in and can't get a shot off, as the defender does a nice job to slow her down, and Person will carry on down near the end line. Mary Kate Person shakes free. The defender comes out in front, takes a low shot, And do they call a crease violation? It looked like the ball was in, but the official on the far side of the field says play on. Mary Kate Person denied what would have been goal number 5 on the afternoon. And Florida Southern now with 95 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 9 goals between the two teams combined in the first, 10 goals between the two teams combined in the second, and only 1 here in the third quarter. That coming from the Mocs. And they cannot work for the last shot of the quarter, as there's more time on the game clock than there is on the shot clock. And down to the field goes Danielle Moshe, and the Spartans fans upset with the push called against the Spartans. And so Moshe with a free position attempt here against Barbosa. Moshe has 2 assists in this game. Moshe can't get a shot away. And there's a oops pass that goes out of bounds, and a tough turnover there for Florida Southern. And so the Spartans may very well get the last shot of the third quarter as Barbosa looks for an open teammate and sends it over to Katie DeShan. McLaughlin missed it. Florida Southern picks it up, and the official here says no. Well, now the official changed her mind. She signaled Tampa ball, and the fans are irate. The Spartans fans on their feet, screaming their displeasure as the official signaled Tampa ball and then reversed it and gave it to Florida Southern. Meanwhile, a loose ball there, and 1 player from each team goes down to the field. And this should be Spartans ball. That's Grace Lichtenberger for Tampa, who was slow in getting up. The clock stops, incidentally, with just 6 seconds remaining here in the third. And 3 officials are coming together to talk it over.
It all comes down to consistency. That's all you want with referees.
The goals can and do come very fast in the sport, but 6 seconds, especially if it is Tampa ball where they're standing, just might not be enough to try to get one more behind Rebecca Bargeron before the horn goes. And they're going to give it to the Mocs because there's a green card being issued, a 1-minute call against Lichtenberger.
A 1-minute green card has been issued.
So they should be able to get a shot off, being Florida Southern.
Still 6 seconds.
Play resumes.
Don't let her shoot.
McFerrin just takes it into the corner and lets the clock expire, surprisingly. So we are through 3 complete here in the NCAA quarterfinal, and the Spartans have a 12-8 lead. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this break on TampaSpartans.tv.
Tell your friends and family.
I'm Bruce Wozniak. This is NCAA quarterfinal women's lacrosse from the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. The Tampa Spartans, who came in on an 8-game winning streak with an 18-1 one-loss record against their arch rival Florida Southern, who came in with an 18-2 one-loss record. Spartans advanced to this game with a victory 1 week ago today here against Lynn. Florida Southern, who will start with the ball here to begin the fourth quarter, they posted a 13-9 victory over Embry-Riddle 1 week ago today to advance to this game. And interestingly, Embry-Riddle is the only team that defeated the Spartans in 2025. That was an overtime game up in Daytona Beach back on the 29th of March, and Barbosa makes a save there and covers up in her crease. Conventional wisdom would say if Florida Southern beat Embry-Riddle and Embry-Riddle beat Tampa, then Florida Southern should beat Spartans. But that all goes out the window once the game starts. The old expression, that's why they play the games. And here we are in the opening seconds of the fourth quarter, and we have a 2-minute yellow card being issued to Abby McFerrin of Florida Southern. There's been quite a parade to the penalty area in this game. Certainly more than both coaches would like. And so the Spartans started up the field. Pass over for Gilmore. Gilmore slows it up as she crosses the Mox line. Over for Howell. And over for Van Vladriken. And a whistle stopping play. Looking for an indication from one of the on-field officials, one of the three, and now two of them are going to come together on the far side of the field. This comes 58 seconds into the fourth quarter, and it comes 29 seconds into the call against Abby McFerrin. I mentioned early in the broadcast that these teams very near in the goals allowed stat, 8.9 allowed per game by Florida Southern, and you might as well say 8.5 by the Spartans. Tampa with a little bit of an edge in goals scored per game, 17.05 versus 15.55 for Florida Southern. And I don't think this game is going to finish 17-15. They've really settled things down defensively here in the second half. As I mentioned, with just the one goal between the two teams combined, scored in that third quarter versus all the offense that we saw in the first half. It was 12-7 Spartans at halftime. Play resumes, and this is McGarvey with it for Tampa. For Howell, and over it goes for Kaylin Mant, who is more than getting an opportunity here in this game. The freshman from Littleton, Colorado. That's Maddie Schillick with it. Over for Lichtenberger. To the corner. Van Vladriken takes it all the way up top and over for Mant. In behind the Mox net, 9 on the shot clock. Now the Spartans need to get a shot away. Howell, quick pass, and the shot clock is going to expire, and so Howell just throws it away. Kaylin Mant, coming into today, had only played in 7 of the Spartans' 19 games and had 1 assist, and has gotten plenty of playing time here and did score a goal. As Florida Southern back the other way. Pass over to the far side. Now they fire it into the corner, and it goes behind the Spartans' net. Nice job by Moshe to pop back up after she went down, and now down again. And the Spartans fans not happy with the whistle against their player, Isabella Avila. And so the Mocs restart. This is Moshe trying to fight her way inside and has to send a pass behind the net. It becomes now to Gianna Murphy. Murphy gives up the pass. And that's Vetter. Vetter being chased there by Lichtenberger, who may have gotten the stick up a little high. And it does look like a yellow card being pulled out. And again, it's been a steady stream of players, I might as well say from both sides, going to the penalty area as Lichtenberger, a 2-minute non-releasable, 3 minutes, 30 seconds into this fourth quarter. So the door swings open for Florida Southern with it being non-releasable. And so let's see if head coach Kara Reber's Mocs can respond to this opportunity and try to make a dent in what is a 4-goal deficit. Murphy, pass over to the corner it goes. Now they try to work it out into the slot. Up top is Guerin. Pass misses, it's on the field. Waters thought she had it. The Spartans initially looked like they came away with it, and indeed, the officials both signaling possession to you, Tampa. That will be a big opportunity for the Spartans to kill off some clock as Grace Gilmore is off to the races. Gilmore crosses midfield. Gilmore across the Florida Southern line. Grace Gilmore chased all the way into the corner and now is going to go all the way in behind the Mocs net. And finally a whistle, and Grace Gilmore raises her hands, arguing with the official.
Happen soon. I'm surprised that it hasn't happened. They're going to put helmets on the girls. I'm surprised it hasn't happened, because then you really...
Possession does stay with the Spartans. It's Van Vladrick in with it. Kaylee Van Vladrick in, killing lots of time. And the Spartans can kill off this call against Lichtenberger. There's 17 left on the penalty. And there's a difference of maybe about 17 seconds to the good between the shot clock and the penalty clock.
Attack now. Attack the goal.
And 2-1. The Lichtenberger penalty expires. It is turned over, but the Spartans will consider that a moral victory nonetheless, as they're unable to get a shot away. And there's Sophie Risk, by the way, pressuring Bargeron. Good to see her back out on the field again. Mentioned earlier in this quarter that she did return, or excuse me, in the third quarter, mentioned that Sophie had returned after what looked like a scary moment injury-wise earlier in the game.
Yeah. Definitely them. Settle in, use the clock.
Peyton Howell waits for the official's whistle for the restart. We're going to have a green card, 1 minute call against Florida Southern's Jenna Vetter, and the Mocs just keep shooting themselves in the foot. Any momentum that they think they have keeps getting thwarted by calls like that one. And certainly the Spartans will try to take advantage of this. As I said, you can never count out Florida Southern, and the Spartans know that, and 8.5 minutes is still plenty of time for Florida Southern to make a comeback. And we might have a timeout being called here. In fact, Kelly Gallagher calling a timeout. So with 8.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, we will step away and be back with more NCAA quarterfinal women's lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
For a national championship, visit ncaa.com/tickets.
Back live at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. A hot 91 degrees Saturday afternoon. We started just over 2 hours ago at 88 degrees. And the Spartans trying to keep the heat on the Florida Southern Mocs. A 12-8 lead. And UTampa in possession here as Mant sends it over for McGarvey. If it goes to Person, and Vladrikin over for Howell. Thought she had an opening, and the defense closes that up. Person fires it into the corner. Mant, a good look, but McGarvey needs to find an open teammate. Van Vladrikin over for Person, to the corner it goes. 31 on the shot clock. And the penalty expires against Vetter. Spartans keep possession. Waters, and she's hammered right below our broadcast location. And Lexi Waters is going to put the ball back into play after Gianna Murphy heads off the field for Florida Southern. 1 minute green card against her.
1 minute green card has been issued to Florida Southern's number 18, Gianna Murphy.
And Grace Gilmore will actually put it into play. I would think that the official would have wanted Waters. And I think that Abby McFerrin's trying to make a case that that was some embellishment by Waters, that the official's not going to buy what is being sold. And so play resumes as Schillick runs it in for the Spartans. Maddie Schillick with a pass into the corner. For Mant, over now for Van Vladrikin. A quick pass McGarvey into the corner to Howell. They try the other side of the field and back up top for Mant. In it goes. McGarvey, a pass in the defense quickly closing up there. There's an underhanded shot by McGarvey that goes out of play. Possession stays with the Spartans. Still plenty of time on the shot clock for them, 49 seconds to be exact. Person pass over for Van Vladrik, and a long pass connects with Howell. And Mant sends a pass over, and down goes Mary Kate Person. And the official did not like the degree of physicality on that hit. And so we are going to have yet another call. A yellow card. 2-minute call against Ava Hawk for the Mocs. And this could be their undoing, as you just sense that this Spartans offense is overdue to get back on track. Pick up where they left off with that 8-goal second quarter, the 7 consecutive goals that they had scored after having fallen behind 7-5. And if you give them too many opportunities, as the Mocs have been doing, eventually something's going to find the back of the net. And let's see if the Spartans can do just that here. Credit the Mocs defense, though. As I said, they made some serious adjustments at halftime that have really clamped things down on this potent Spartans offense that you'll recall I had mentioned averages scoring 17.05 goals per game. There's a pass into the corner. Howell. That one is missed. Chased down by Mant, is not going to get there in time. And so Florida Southern will take over with 6:02 remaining in the fourth quarter. Keep in mind, however, that their Ava Hawk is over in the penalty area. 62 more seconds on her call. Mant giving chase to Kennelly. They get it up ahead. And now trying to cross midfield is Vetter. Some pressure from the Spartans. It goes across the Tampa line. Vetter over for Murphy. Watched by Gilmore, and then backing her up is Katie DeShan. That's McFerrin. And 14 left on the call against Hawk. And the Mocs likely waiting for that penalty to expire. 5 seconds left on it. 3, 2, 1. And the Mocs now back at full strength. Murphy on the move. 19 on the shot clock. Murphy looking in front. Nobody open in a red jersey. And with 10 on the shot clock, they need to shoot. And there's an opportunity and a shot and a goal by Abby McFerrin with 4:33 remaining in the fourth quarter. And this is why I said never count out the Florida Southern Mocs. It's now a 3-goal game and plenty of time for them to continue to chip away at this Tampa lead. The draw controls are 12-10 in favor of Florida Southern. And obviously this next one will be very important, as the next goal will mean a lot regardless of which team scores it. Mary Kate Person will do the honors for UTampa. And once again, it's Maria Reeves for the Mocs. Waiting for the official to be set. They are. The ball is out, and Reeves picks it up, and now she goes down. And they will give possession to Florida Southern, although Maria Reeves in some trouble down there and has not gotten up yet. We're going to actually have a 1-minute call against the Spartans. As going over and sitting in the penalty area is Isabella Avila. And so Florida Southern with an opportunity here, trailing by 3 with 4:28 remaining in the fourth quarter. And Maria Reeves looks like she's being attended to by a member of the training staff on the far side of the field. Needless to say, a key part of this Mocs team, the go-to on all these draws. Our teammates in possession right now. That's Kesey. Sends it in for Murphy. And Erin McLaughlin thought that she'd caused a turnover, some traffic in front, a loose ball that goes out of play, and possession stays with Florida Southern. 4 minutes to go. Moshe on the restart. And Moshe waving her teammates over. That's Guerin. Pass into the corner, pulled down, opportunity in front. Moshe scores! Danielle Moshe, boy, did she pay the price. But with 3:42 left, the Mocs continue their comeback, and it's now a 12-10 Spartans lead. Moshe with the finish on a pass to Hannah Watson. And that is Maria Reeves back out there to take the draw for Florida Southern. So she's able to overcome what had happened before that kept her down in the field long enough that she was looked at on the sideline. Maddie Schillick, meanwhile, will do the honors for the Spartans. So the Mocs have outscored the Spartans 3-0 here in the second half. And this is the high drama that we always anticipate when these two teams play each other. It's certainly a swing of emotions here for both teams. Ball is out. And Schillick able to take it for the Spartans. And a sea of red shirts around her. And the official says possession does stay with you, Tampa. Schillick went down in a heap. Bounced back up, though. Is going to the sidelines, but is fine. Simply a personnel change. And now the Spartans with the ball in the far corner. Pass for Mant. Mant fights her way through traffic. She goes down, loose ball. Initially picked up by the Spartans. It's still loose. And the official on the spot to make the call saying possession stays with the Spartans. Clock continues to run. There is exactly 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Pass it. Good. Keep it up top.
There's a pass into the corner for Howell. Sato is chased. Pass connects with Van Vladriken. Has it knocked free from her stick. Loose ball, it ends up in the stick of the Mocs, and Florida Southern looking to start out of their own end. That's Charlie Lay on the run. Lay being pressured by Markowski. And now a pass over for Harper Muma, and Markowski got the stick up, but pass connects, and up ahead goes Florida Southern across the Spartans line. Ducking under the check was Vetter. And this comes with 2:09 left in the fourth quarter. And we're going to have a yellow card, 2-minute call against the Spartans, Aaron McLaughlin. And that is a tough call.
A 2-minute unreleasable yellow card
And
is
it's
an issue
non-releasable.
to University of Tampa's number 5, Aaron McLaughlin.
So the door is wide open for Florida Southern. And it doesn't get any easier for the Spartans now in trying to protect this 2-goal lead.
Watch the backside.
Mox throw it away,
That's big.
and that's going to be a turnover. So a collective sigh of relief from the Spartans fans. Although still
Walk it, walk it.
a bit of an uphill climb for Tampa. Despite leading by 2, they are a player short. And right now, just need to get out of their own end as Gilmore has to send a pass over.
Really? That's a tough.
And the official there, the Mocs were celebrating on the sideline. They thought that Braden Kennelly had gotten the turnover, but no such case as the official with the ruling. And 1:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. Play restarts. Schillick under high pressure. And now another whistle as we're going to have a timeout called by Spartans head coach Kelly Gallagher. We will take a timeout as well and be back with more NCAA quarterfinal women's lacrosse right here on TampaSpartans.tv. Yeah, I mean, back live following the Spartans timeout, and here goes Mary Kate Person on the run for Tampa in heavy traffic, fights through it. I thought there was a whistle, now there is, and the clock stops with 82 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. A green card is out by the official on the near side and signaling over to the official on the far side of the field, and in fact, Audrey Kennelly of Florida Southern, a 1-minute green card. So things sort of even out. Now keep in mind that the Aaron McLaughlin call has 1:13 remaining on it and is non-releasable.
Swing it.
And now Gilmore sends a pass over, and she will get it right back.
She can run it off.
And Grace for Lexi Waters. Waters
Great look.
just gets the pass up ahead to Person as Waters was about to be checked from behind. Person, 1 minute left in the fourth. And I believe that the Mocs have pulled their goaltender. I don't see Rebecca Bargeron at a quick glance on the sideline, but she's certainly not in the net. So an empty net for Florida Southern. It was knocked out of the stick of Maddie Schillick, but the official right there, and in fact the other official as well, to say no, possession stays with you, Tampa.
Get a little closer.
So a chance for the Spartans with an open net here. 32 seconds, the clock continuing to run. And Schillick leaves a pass back, and they'll fire it back on the other side of midfield. Gilmore, and a pass up ahead and knocked down, and they will stop the clock with 16 seconds left. Kaylin Mant was taken down, and immediately going and sitting in the penalty area was Julia Lucas, who knew that she was guilty, and the Spartans fans on their feet applauding as their girls are 16 seconds away from wrapping up the 9th consecutive victory.
She just go back and go right to the goal.
And just 6 seconds left in the McLaughlin call.
That's because they're too close.
Immediately they blow the whistle again, and the clock stops with 13 seconds left. Spartans off to the races following the restart, a pass to the far side, and the clock is going to wind down. 3, 2, 1, and they just throw it away. The horn goes, the game is over. The Tampa Spartans have defeated the Florida Southern Mocs for the 3rd time this season. Tampa wins it by a score of 12-10. But this is arguably, with a nod to the Sunshine State Conference Championship game, this is arguably the biggest of the victories, as this means that the defending national champion Tampa Spartans will advance to the NCAA semifinals, which will be in Salem, Virginia on Thursday. That's May 22nd, and a chance to move on to next Saturday's NCAA championship game, try to defend their 2024 national championship title. What a game today, though, as they always are, between these two teams. The Spartans looked like they were going to